Thank you for being here for today's video. We're going to start with Vanilla Mint chapstick. I'm excited. This is my first time using this palette. We have done it in a swatch party. You see from the title what it is, and I'm going to show it to you. This is the Untamed palette from Sigma. I am not going to use the brush. No, I am not. Maybe I'll put that in my brush declutter giveaway video or whatever, but excuse me. I had a lot of ideas for this palette, but y'all know me. I'm excited to get them on. I want to see how they perform. I haven't used Sigma in I don't know how many decades. But so just looking at it though, if you just want a light ethereal there, not there look, you can use this quad and use this black as your eyeliner. You can do, if you want a little bit more color, you can use this quad right here. One of these can be outer corner, one can be lash line, so you still have ethereal shades on the lid. This can be on the lid, this can be transition because it is a matte shade, even though you can use shimmers for your transition area. If you want to just dip a little bit in the color, you can do these 4 shades right here, using these 2 as your transition shades and putting this on the first half of the lid and maybe this on the second. And if you want to colorful but not too much, you can use these 4 shades right here. First half of the lid, second half of the lid, transition. Use this for outer corner or for your upper lash line. Very easy, right? This palette, they set it up for you. And you can also use these 4, this quad, if you want to incorporate some purples. First half of the lid, second half of the lid, excuse me, transition shade and outer corner, or vice versa. And then you have this fun pop right here because you have this bold blue. First half of the lid, or put this all over the lid, transition, put this on upper lash line or lower lash line, or you can use this for your outer corner, and this can be for your transition shade, or this can be used to buff out this blue. So there you have it. How many looks was that? I didn't count, I don't know, but what we're going to do today is, those were all my ideas but y'all know I just want to get these on. Excuse me. So what we're going to do today, we're going to use these 6 shades for this eye, which means we're going to use these 8 shades for this eye. And so I'm really excited to see how these are going to work together. Also, I want to point out, if you like 2 shadow looks, here you go. Lid, outer corner, you're done. Even with these 2, lid, outer corner, and you're done. Or even these 2, lid, upper lash line, and you're done. Lid, upper lash line, outer corner, you're done. So this palette it's very easy to do looks with this palette. If you want to deepen up any look, just put this black. So yes, I told y'all what we're going to do. We're going to prime the eye and come back and we're going to jump into it. I do have out a bunch of brushes. I have one Fenty Brow, Fenty Soft Matte Primer, and the Soft Matte Foundation, because we have used up in like 4 months or less. Let me see, we opened it in November, December, January, February. We used the entire soft lid in those 3 months, and so I'm back to the soft matte, and that's all I have on. Lower lash line, we have on NYX retractable eyeliner on white on the first half, and I should have put it on second half because second half we used the silver, but the white shows up more than the silver, and so now I'm going to decide which one of these that I want to repurchase. I do like how they both show up though, and of course the white is more bold. On inner rims we have on MAC Sick Tat Bro, and that's the color of it, that brown shade. And so we're going to prime the eye and come back, and I'm thinking prime one eye at a time, so that way I can just do that look and then we can move on to this one. So it depends on if I remember to do one at a time or not, because sometimes when I do one I'll forget to go back and prime the other eye. So but we're going to do whatever, and we're going to come back and jump right into this palette. So we did prime the one eye, this one, and we're going to start with this shade right here, and this one is Spirit, and we are going to put that, oh, this is so smooth. Let me know if you use Sigma shadows. Eons ago, I didn't care for the formula too much, and so then I just didn't check for them. Joe Beauty 87, aka Grace, aka Bestie, she loves some Sigma, and so this one on sale is normally $65. It was on sale for $33, and I said, you know what, let me just get it and see, and hope that they did improve the formula over the years. And so now we're going to take, we're going to put these 2 next to each other, because I'm curious to see how close they will be. In person, this looks darker than this one, but looking where you are, this looks darker. That's strange. This seems to have a little more orange in it, and this is feral. The one underneath it, Rebel, seems to have more of a pinky peach something or other. Oh, this one on like super easy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put a shade for transition, so I need to calm down. This went on really nice, and it is adhering nice to the Fenty primer. I can feel it sticking to the primer, which is awesome. So we're going to stop this right here. And we are just tapping because it's not allowing me to sweep it because it's tacky and it's sticking right exactly where I put it, which is awesome. So we're tapping like this instead of tapping on the palette. These are showing up nice. And I do have a feeling it's going to show up the same as the next one we're going to put. We're going to go back to this first shade because I want to bring this over a little bit more. And I did think to use my MAC paint pot. I don't know what I was going to say. This is pretty. And so now we're going to come down to Rebel, this shade right here. Not a lot of fallout. There's not much kick up in the pan. And yes, these shades do kind of blend in together. You can tell they are different, but are they different enough? And that's sort of like my unofficial pet peeve is when there's more than one reddish tone in a palette, because for me, they seem to just look the same. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? That reminds me I didn't do the intro. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy just knowing is to be your authentic self, and the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. You'll hear you must use this brand, this tool, this technique. And I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, y'all, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's what we stand here for. That's the motto of the Crazy Troll Nation. If you're new, thank you for being here. There's two things you need to know. I do curse sometimes because I do. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. We're going to go back to that first brush. And so I do hope all of that resonates with you. Not the gurgle, belch stuff, but what we stand for as far as self-acceptance and self-love. And this is really pretty. This is a brush that had this second shade. But yeah, they look the same. There's a slight variation, but to the naked eye, like if you didn't know, it looks like the same shade. And that's okay. So now we are going to, darn, I think I want to layer that first shade all the way over. Or I could dip over here. We're going to dip over here. Oh man, I didn't plan on doing this. So we're going to layer this over top of that reddish tone. Oh, and it is showing up. Uh-oh. Let me find out about Sigma. So do let me know about Sigma. And before I ordered it, I did ask a few people what they thought of Sigma. And someone commented, or they replied to me saying, they stopped using Sigma back in the day. That is pretty. It's like a satin type look. And that is this shade. But it's showing up the way it is because we're layering it over top of one of those reddish shades. And they said they have noticed over the years that the formula has changed for the better. So I felt better about having purchased this, even though for like $33 for 17, no, it's 7 in each row, 14 pan palette. Like that is not a bad price at all. So that's what we have there. And I think we're going to leave this like this on the outer corner. That purple showed up nice over top of that. That is nice. I'm only 4 shades in, and I'm digging this already, like for real. So, you know what we did by mistake? This was the brush we used for this shade, which is Spirit. This one is Fierce. I don't know if it's fierce, but it did show up quite nice, and this is an easy look. This is a very easy look to do. I have an itch on my face. I used 2 pumps of foundation, and that took up everything that was on my palette. So I'm just like, so I'm hoping I don't have fallout to deal with. I think I do have some. Yeah, we do have some fallout. Now we're going to take, if I put this outer corner, that's going to be really dark. I'm thinking I want a fluffier brush than this one. Yeah, we're not going to use that brush. We're going to actually That's going to be thick. We're going to take this Hourglass brush and we're going to tap straight in. This one is a little powdery. That's okay. So we are just going to, I should have used a pencil brush to do an outer V instead of this thicker brush. Oh, that's nice. Oh, y'all. These two reddish tones and this black to do a vampy look. Oh, man. I think I'm going to leave this just like this. And I am just using the tip of the brush. And we're going to sweep over whatever's left in the tip of the brush. We did not put a lot on. Y'all, I like this. I like this, and I want to bring it out further, but I don't want to do too much because I am liking this. Like, I really am. We're going to leave it, y'all. We're going to have some self-control for once or twice, right? We're going to take this brush and go into... Actually, we're going to take this shade. Please don't let it make me look dusty. We're just going to put this right here. You know what? It looks brighter than I want it to, but it doesn't look dusty. We're gonna wipe this off, even though I don't need to because I have like 4 of them. And we're gonna go into this shade right here, and we're gonna put that on this half under our brow bone. I like how that shows up. It's like a there, not there. And we are going to bring that into this portion too, just to kind of get some of the dust away because it's looking a little dusty. We're going to take the brush that had one of the, no, you know what? Let's take the brush that had that purple shade, and we are going to tap back in. This is Fierce. Excuse me, this shade was Docile. This one is Instinct. So we put some more Fierce on the brush, and we're going to bring this up a little bit higher to reduce the ash aspect. I like this. Like, seriously, y'all, I am liking this. And we are just going to bring it here on top of that black. I like this look. I say it like I'm surprised. What are we going to do for lower lash line over here? What have we not used? So we used all 6 of these shades, and we used this purple right here. So what I think I want to do, what do I want to do for lower lash line? I'm taking up too much time. We're going to prime the eye and get started with the other eye, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to put for lower lash line over here. And I'm thinking that green just to break up the color, but we're going to prime this eye and come back. We're going to start with Hustle, which is this shade right here. And we're going to put this, that showed up nice down here. Wow. These are really smooth and they go on very easy. From this way right here, I don't think you can see it, or maybe you can. And I do know my lights blow stuff out. So we're just going to just leave that just like that. Now we're going to, you know what? I want to put more of that. We're going to put more of that. So yeah, we're going to go back into this. Because since we're not putting Fierce on the lid, we're going to bring that one further out. So this is still that first shade. And this is called Hustle. This is pretty. It's not going to be an ethereal look because we are going to deepen it up. But that's, if you just want this all over the lid and do mascara, you can be done if you're a one and done type person. And if you're around my complexion, because it's there, but it's not boom, pow. It's not like, oh my gosh, what's that? It's just like, is there something there? Because your eyelid look a little sparkly. Now we're going to take this brush and we're going to go into Envy, this shade here. I'm excited for this because y'all know greens and mustards is my thing. And so I'm excited to see what this looks like. And we're going to put this almost all the way over to the outer corner. We are going to overlap Hustle because that's going to give us our blend. And so we're feathering lightly. And I'm digging this. I'm digging this so far. I am right now, and I am glad that, excuse me, I purchased it. The sale price is what made me do a double take because I was just like, that's $33. It's normally $65. Excuse me, and that's not a good reason to buy a palette just because it's on sale, especially when you don't have experience with a brand. But if you are going to experiment with a brand, half off is the way to go because it's not like, oh, I paid $60-something for this and I don't like it. We're going back to the first brush, not adding shadow. We're just going to pull that over a little bit more. And you know, if I like this, I'm going to be looking at other Sigma palettes. Y'all know right now, right? We're going to take this green, and this is called Camouflage. Oh my gosh, I just had a flashback of when I was in the Army. These shades are easy to work with, and they are soft. And you see it is taking me very minimal effort. I'm just tapping it, and it is just like, hey, how you doing? What's up? We're going to take a little bit more, and actually we're just going to tap. It's buildable too. Y'all see that? I can say I am surprised. Wow. Somebody purchased, I forget what palette they purchased, and they're really digging it. And I did look at some of their other palettes, but they're not quite my color story. And for this one, I'm using the tip of the brush to bring this up here. For this one, it was this little pocket right here. And of course the pop of blue and the black. But y'all know grunge is my thing. And I like how this looks. We are going to just fill in this space right here. Y'all, this is so easy. We're going to tap in lightly. We're not tapping off. And we are just going to put a line right here on the top edge. I am digging this. I am seriously, oh, I got an itch on my leg. Now we're going to take, wow, let's do some work in the, we're going to take this shade. We did not use Moxie. Maybe we'll put that on lower lash line. We're going to take this one, and this is Loyal. And so we are going to brush Loyal right here. And I was going to say it's a little darker than I thought. It's looking darker down here where I'm looking because it's shaded down here. But for up here, like, it looks okay. Up here, it looks like a there, not there shade, but I can definitely see it. We're going to take a clean one of those. Actually, no, this one is the Yassi one. Picked up the wrong brush. Keep picking up the wrong brush. I'm going to take the E45, which are the two that we used over here on this side. No, because then we wiped it off, didn't we? I don't remember. We're going to take Boho, and we're going to put this over here. And you see that we are tapping first to get it on, and then we're going to lightly sweep. I like this. Oh, this is that grungy thing that I like that's happening. We're going to take, brush. We're going to take this brush, which I'm thinking is too big for this. And we're going to go into this green, and we're not going to tap off. We're going to tap it on that line. Uh-oh. Oh, that's nice. That's the mud that I like. This is going grungy, and I like messy grunge too. I like that. I like that. I like how this mustard shade is looking mustard, and I like what it's doing with that green. Wow, this is nice. So we're just pressing that mustard shade in there. We're going to go back to this brush with the green on it and just kind of feather that a little bit. Y'all, I am digging this look. And I like how buildable the shadows are, because the green is lighter down here, and then where I built it up, you see where it's a little bit darker. All right, what else do we have to use? We have Dauntless, Moxie. Did we use the black? We did. And we used that. So we only have Moxie and Dauntless to use. That is it. Wow. We're going to put Moxie over here since we have purple, even though I just said we were going to switch it up. But yeah, let's just do that. So I was going to use the mirror in here, but I forgot I had that thing over it. And remember that this is over a gray. I mean, it's silver out here, and in here is the white. It is showing up. It is a light shade, but I do see it down here. That bright, the white is bright, excuse me. I don't know which one I would repurchase. The white definitely is like a popping. But I don't always want popping, which is where the silver would come in. But I like that. So the only thing left is blue, Dauntless. So, wow. So we used like all of these shades. It was super easy. So we're just going to go ahead and put this under here. And again, we have the silver on the outer lower lash line. That looks nice how you can see it through. I mean, you can see the silver through it. And this is the white on the first half of lower lash line. This is really, you know what? You know what's funny? Not in a ha-ha way, but an ironic way. I was excited for Spellcast Beauty, and I was a little ambivalent about the Sigma one. The Lethal one I'm already done with. But this one, I can say even like right now, I'm still excited about it. I like how the brightness of those gel pencil eyeliners are showing through. That looks nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I like that. I like that. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to figure out upper lash line colors. Part of me is thinking purple over here and green over here to tie it in. And to have it like as a two-tone look. But let me stop taking up unnecessary time. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. So this eye, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades, 8 for underneath lower lash line. And so for this eye, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've used this entire palette already. Y'all, oh my gosh, this is exciting. Part of me is thinking if I had a dark blue, I would put dark blue on upper lash line because I like when my lower lash line plays into that, but we're not going to do that. I had out these 2 brushes to put under my brow arch, but I don't feel like I need to do that. So we're going to figure out for upper lash line. We're going to finish the face. There is a little bit of fallout, but not a lot. And so by the time I powder down, which I don't need to because the soft matte does set itself, but we're going to finish off the face. For mascara, let's just take one out now. Oh, what if I did that white? I think the white mascara would look nice over here, but I don't want to put white over here. Let's do that though. Over here, we're just going to use the Esom, which is the black. So we're going to come back, y'all, and everything will be done. This is our finished look. We didn't put anything else on the face. We didn't even powder down. For the lip, we used from the Torsley Morbid Burial is a Secret. It came in their 2024 Advent Calendar box. We did use the white Lethal mascara on this eye, and we did use Esom, the mascara, on that eye. And for upper lash line, on this eye, we used number 86 from Inglot. On this eye, we use number 75. And so that is everything that is on our face. I am digging both of these looks. We are going to roll back around to do some more looks with this palette. Maybe something with not so many looks. I mean, so many shadows. But even with all the shadows we use, like the looks, they were not complicated to do. Everything worked really easy. I'm glad that I purchased this palette. Now I'm going to be looking at other Sigma palettes, which... there is one I'm kind of looking at. I think it would be a good companion to this one, but we're going to hold off because I've been reducing my stash, and so let's keep it reduced. So anyway, let me know what you think of both of these looks. This is look number 1. This is look number 2. We've used everything in here. Hang tight. Some stuff is popping up over here for you to watch. I'd love for you to continue to hang out, subscribe, share, join, comment, all that good stuff. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.